Hey guys, I have the brand new XREAL 1S here. If you follow my channel, you know I've been keeping an eye on the development of XREAL, formerly NREAL, for a longer time. So the 1S is the direct successor to the XREAL 1 series, and the manufacturer promised nothing less than the smartphone moment for spatial computing. What can this thing actually do? Is it just a monitor for your nose or a real spatial computer? I'll take a look at the glasses now and I'll show you the features and tell you what I think. My name is Thomas and you're watching VoodooDE VR. Let's have some fun with the video and let's go.
VoodooDE.
Okay, let's do a quick unboxing. So let's go from small to large. So this is the XREAL Eye. It has model number X7011. Let's get it out of here. So here we have a quick guide, warranty guide and informations. Yeah. So, and here is the module. It's really tiny. Look at this. Just a small camera. Very interesting. And then here we have the XREAL Neo. It has serial number, model number X7009. Here we go. And we have, this is for wireless charging and a safety and warranty guide. And here's also a small guide. So we connect it to glasses, to power and to a game console. And here you can charge it wireless. Really nice. And here's the device. Look at this. We have this cable here. And then we have a connection to the glasses, wireless charging, connection to power, and this goes to the gaming console or whatever you want to connect it to. And we also have a stand here. Nice. And now of course the XREAL 1S. It has model number X1113. This is how it looks. Let's get it out of here. See. So here we have customized the display, how you can adjust the angle here. Quick button, double click tutorial. More information. What's inside, how you can connect it. What the buttons are, safety and warranty guide. And here are the nose pieces. One is attached, this medium, and then we also have small and large. So, and here's the glasses, really nice package here. Oh, that's all. Normally this is in front of the glasses here. Here we go. A second. So here it is. Look at this. Very nice, right? So we can adjust this here. Wait, here, yeah. And then we have microphones here. We have speakers, USB-C charging, Bose sound. Here's buttons. Here's buttons. Here. Nice, right? And here are the lenses. Pretty nice. And also here we have the cable, yeah, with an angle here like 45 degrees or something. Crazy. So let's check out what we can do with it.
Let's start with the obvious, the form factor. So the XREAL 1S still looks like slightly futuristic sunglasses. The goal is clear: all day wearing. It's supposed to be light and compact, but the most important stuff is inside the lenses. Of course, yeah. We have birthbar of optics again, but with decent upgrades. Inside are Sony 0.68 inch Micro-OLED panels. The resolution is 1920 by 1200 pixels per eye, so 1200p Full HD. So XREAL talks about a field of view of 52 degrees. That might sound low on paper, but for these types of glasses, it's a good standard. The manufacturer calls it the sweet spot for sharpness and scaling. Converted, this corresponds to a 500-inch screen. Of course, depending on how far away you project the virtual screen from yourself. What I noticed immediately, the brightness. We have up to 700 nits peak brightness. That is important if you don't just want to use the glasses in the dark basement, right? Plus, there is a refresh rate of up to 120 Hz. This is a crucial value, especially for the gamers among you, which I'll go to in a moment. So a spatial feature of the One S is what you don't see, but what controls everything: the proprietary XREAL X1 chip. This chip was developed specifically for spatial intelligence in AR glasses. Why is that important? Because of stability. Previously, for stable 3 degrees of freedom experiences, you often strictly needed a smartphone or the Beam Pro or something like that. So the X1 chip now handles image processing directly in the glasses with very low latency. We are talking about 3 milliseconds motion to photon latency. For comparison, the Apple Vision Pro is around 12 milliseconds. Yeah? And this ensures the image reacts extremely directly to your head movements, which naturally also minimizes motion sickness. And that brings us directly to usage modes. Thanks to the chip, we have different ways to display content. First, the follow mode, so like 0 degrees of freedom. So the screen basically sticks to your face. When you turn your head, the image turns with you. Second, and this is more exciting, the anchor mode, 3 degrees of freedom. Here, the glasses pin the virtual screen in the room. You can move your head, look to the side, but the screen stays fixed in its position in the air. This looks much more natural and is exactly what the X1 chip calculates. And then there is ultra-wide mode and side view, where you have a large field of view or a large monitor, or you can put the screen small to the side to still see the real world. However, I couldn't get these specific modes to work on any of my devices, including PC. So they have to fix that, I would say. So a feature XREAL promotes heavily is 2D to 3D conversion. You can convert basically any 2D content, for example a YouTube video or a game, into 3D with the push of a button without extra software. Crazy. This happens in real time also on the chip. So yes, this is a real spatial computer. So this works very well, but only on the lowest 3D settings. On higher settings I had some strange aliasing effects, but to be honest, the lowest 3D level is absolutely sufficient and looks great. By the way, for all XREAL glasses you can order prescription lenses inserts if you wear glasses. Before we get to gaming, a quick word on sound. XREAL teamed up with Bose here, so inside the temples there is sound by Bose. The goal was to get richer bass and clear voices without having to plug in in-ears. For a private cinema session, it's totally sufficient. But don't expect extremely punchy bass, of course. Speaking of cinema, a big topic with such glasses is always, how well do I see the picture in daylight? And the 1S has electrochromic dimming installed. That means you can darken the lenses or switch them transparent at the push of a button. There is also adaptive transparency that reacts automatically. So when you focus on the screen, it gets dark. And when you look into your real room, it gets brighter. That is, of course, super practical for on the go. Now let's get into gaming. So I tested the glasses here together with the new XREAL Neo. This is this device here. So it's basically a power bank and a hub combination in a smartphone format. The problem with AR glasses or on phones or consoles was often the battery of the source's device gets drained fast because the glasses draw power directly from them. And the Neo has 10,000 mAh and passes the video signal through. So this setup is brilliant for handhelds. Whether Nintendo Switch, Steam Deck or the Asus ROG Ally, you connect the console to the Neo and the glasses to the Neo and immediately have the image on your nose while the console charges. It really makes a difference whether you play on the small console screen or have this huge virtual screen in front of you. And thanks to the 170 Hz support of the glasses, everything runs extremely smooth as well. By the way, the Neo has magnets, so you can snap it to your phone or use the small kickstand to set it up. Unfortunately, there is no wireless charging function, even when you snap the smartphone on it. I would expect that. However, also don't confuse the Neo Hub with the Beam Pro, which provides a full Android system. I showed that in the XREAL One Pro review. So the second big scenario is, of course, traveling. I'm often on planes, you know, and glasses like these are perfect here. You put on the 1S, activate dimming, and you're completely isolated. You have your own 500-inch cinema with you, no matter how tight the leg room to the person in front is. Since the glasses can stabilize the image in the anchor mode, the image doesn't constantly shake when the plane vibrates or when there are turbulences. So that is much more pleasant for your stomach, right? And since they look like sunglasses, it doesn't look as strange as sitting there with a huge VR headset. So now, guys, for the tech enthusiasts among you, a word on the XREAL Eye device. So this is a tiny 1.5 gram light 12 megapixel add-on camera. It's supposed to unlock native 6 degrees of freedom, so you can, for example, move around your screen. It's also supposed to serve as an instant use camera. However, at this point, I want to advise against buying this camera. So I didn't manage to get this camera working, neither on PC nor Android or iOS, even after the latest firmware update. I also couldn't copy the video and photo files that I took with the glasses, despite a tutorial provided to me. They were just all corrupted and unplayable, so I don't recommend this, unfortunately. So let's get to the conclusion. So the glasses have a very good display. Color levels, black levels are very good and the brightness is totally sufficient for on the go. The field of view is like only standard, but still enough here. It is also comfortable and it's possible to watch a whole movie and play for a long time without problems. The 3 degrees of freedom tracking works flawlessly and stable, just like the great function of converting 2D to 3D in real time. This is really amazing, guys. I watched my own YouTube videos in 3D, crazy. That simply looks so good. And the menu that is integrated in the glasses can also be easily operated using the integrated buttons. We have buttons for confirm, up, down, and also a button that you can customize and so on. That's really good. The Neo Hub extends also the battery life of your device significantly, so it makes sense especially for longer gaming sessions. Unfortunately, some functions like the ultra-wide mode or so, or the XREAL Eye Camera seem to not work at all or only on specific devices, which that's not a drama because the main functions are implemented very well. So the XREAL 1S costs $449 or 499 euro. So it is cheaper than the old XREAL 1 and also than the 1 Pro. However, XREAL's flagship model remains, of course, the brilliant XREAL 1 Pro. I want to show you the review again. This is linked in the description and in the first pinned comment, and also on my homepage. But if you are interested in the cheaper XREAL 1S here, or the $99 XREAL Neo, you can find the link down in the description as well. Thank you for watching and see you next time in virtual reality. See ya!
VoodooDE